Andre Agassi's expensive divorce makes history. Check out which famous people gave in to alimony and split their millions, making their divorces the most expensive in history. Ron Pearlman and Ellen Barkin, $20 million. He got married to Barkin in June 2000, making her his fourth wife. Their short marriage ended in divorce in 2006, which cost a lot of money. It's said that Ellen got more than $20 million in settlement money after she sold the gold Ron had given her. Greg Norman and Laura Andrassy, $103 million. After 25 years of marriage, the golf great had to pay Laura Andrassy about $103 million when he broke up with her for tennis star Chris Evert in 2008. You'd think that couples would work harder to stay together if they knew they could win big. Johnny Carson and Joanna Holland, $20 million. Johnny Carson had been married 4 times, but model and celebrity Joanna Holland was his most successful wife financially. She got $20 million from their long and ugly split. Carson was the best-paid TV star at the time of their split, making $15 million a year. Adnan Khashoggi and Saria Khashoggi, $874 million. Abu Dhabi businessman Adnan Khashoggi was once thought to be one of the world's richest people. He married his partner, Saria Khashoggi, when she was only 20 years old. They split up after a costly marriage. $874 million was given to Saria. Colin Firth and Livia Gioli, approximately $12 million. These two people are getting a divorce after being married for 22 years. We don't know for sure what the payment will be, but we think the Italian director will get half the actor's net worth. They broke up 2 years after she admitted to having an affair with Marco Brancaccia, an Italian writer and childhood friend of the couple. They tried to work through the affair and raise their 2 boys together, but it looks like the cheating got the best of them and they're no longer together. Andre Agassi and Brooke Shields, $130 million. The split between tennis player Andre Agassi and actor and model Brooke Shields is famous for having one of the biggest payouts per month of marriage ever. They agreed to pay each other $8,450,715 a month. Even though they've only been married 2 years, this is a very high number. They started going out together in 1997 and broke up in 1999. Kelsey and Camille Grammer, $30 million. There was no prenuptial deal when these two got married in 1997. In February 2011, after 14 years of marriage and 2 kids, they split up. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills put Camille on the show and gave her $30 million. John and Beverly Charman, $95 million. Charman hardly had any money when he married Beverly, his high school sweetheart. But over their 29 years together, he became London's 8th richest businessman. Beverly quit her job to take care of their kids, so when they split up, Beverly got $95 million. Samantha Lee Khan and Florence Sang Shi Wing, $154 million. Samantha Lee Khan is a very wealthy man in Hong Kong. He split up with his wife Florence in 2008 because she wouldn't get an abortion. The rich real estate mogul was told by a judge in Hong Kong to pay his ex-wife $154 million. Roman and Irina Melina, $300 million. The Russian millionaire Roman Abramovich married Irina Melina from 1991 to 2007. Abramovich was worth 8.5 billion rubles. When they got a divorce, Irina got $300 million, which came in the form of cash and fancy homes in Moscow and London. Jesse Williams and Aaron Drake Lee, approximately $4 million. Yes, Jesse Williams and his wife Aaron Drake Lee are getting a divorce without a fight. The real estate agent Drake Lee and Grey's Anatomy star filed for divorce. The amount of the deal wasn't said, but it's thought to be around $4 million. Eddie Murphy and Nicole Mitchell Murphy, $15 million. Even though it looked like a happy marriage, the pair split up in 2006 after being married for almost 20 years. When they broke up, Eddie Murphy dated and had a child with Mel B, who used to be in the Spice Girls. Nicole then went out with Michael Strahan. Eddie's seeing Paige Butcher right now, and the two of them have a child together. Ted Danson and Casey Coates, $30 million. Ted Danson and Casey Coates were together for 15 years after they met in 1976. After Danson and Whoopi Goldberg started having an affair in secret, things went badly. At the time, Danson paid Coates $30 million in a divorce deal that was one of the most expensive in Hollywood. Harrison Ford and Melissa Matheson, $118 million. These Hollywood stars were doomed, even though they've been married for 17 years and had 2 children. In 2001, Ford and Matheson got a divorce. Since they had never signed a prenuptial agreement, she stole $118 million from the star. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, $6.8 million. Amber said Depp was violent, and in the end, a deal of more than $6 million was reached. Amber promised to give the money to good causes. They never had children together, but Depp has 2 children with other women, one of whom is the model Lily Rose Depp. Rupert Murdoch and Wendy Deng, $1.8 million. The CEO of News Corp didn't waste any time getting married to Deng, only 17 days after his divorce was settled. In June 2013, Murdoch decided that Deng was no longer making him happy, so he divorced her too and paid her $1.8 million. James Cameron and Linda Hamilton, $50 million. Cameron cheated on his girlfriend while they were working on Titanic, which ended the relationship. Just a few days after Cameron won an Oscar for the movie, the couple announced they were splitting up and Linda would get $50 million. Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger, approximately $3 million. Before they broke up, Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin were married for 9 years and had a daughter together. It was hard to get a divorce because Kim wouldn't let Alec see their daughter. It was said that they reached a deal worth about $3 million. Steve and Elaine Wynn, $741 million. It worked out twice for Steve with the same woman. Wynn split up with Elaine Wynn a second time in 2010, which cost the billionaire $741 million. Paul McCartney and Heather Mills, $48.6 million. When Paul McCartney and Heather Mills got married in Ireland with a $3.2 million wedding, he probably didn't expect to spend a lot more money to end the marriage. He had to pay her $48.6 million as a settlement. Vladimir Potanin and Natalia Potanin, $7 billion. It's said that Vladimir Potanin is one of the richest people in Russia and is worth about $14 billion. Before they split up in 2013, they were married to Natalia Potanin for 30 years. Split was very complex, and Natalia got about $7 billion. Michael Polsky and Maya Polsky, $184 million. Michael Polsky is one of the most well-known business people in the world. He used to own Skygen, so it makes sense that his divorce cost him a lot of money. The breakup with his wife Maya in 2003 cost him a huge $184 million. Charles and Marlene Fipke, $200 million. The first diamonds were found by Charles Fipke in Canada's Northwest Territories. This made him very wealthy. After being married to Marlene for a while, Charles got a divorce. It cost him close to $200 million, which is one of the largest divorces ever in Canada. Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale, $2.5 million. People thought that Gwen and Gavin were a happy, successful pair. However, like most Hollywood marriages, theirs ended after 13 years of marriage and 20 years of being together. It's thought that their deal will cost about $25 million. Gwen is now seeing Blake Shelton after they broke up. Steven Spielberg and Amy Irving, $100 million. They decided to get a divorce after 3.5 years of marriage. She got $100 million at the end of the split. That may sound like a lot of money, but Spielberg is worth more than $5 billion, so it was nothing. Hilary Duff and Mike Comrie, $2.5 million. In the 2000s, Hilary Duff was thought to be one of America's teen sweethearts. Everyone was happy for her when she married Mike Comrie, but they split up. After that, there was a messy split and a settlement that cost about $2.5 million.